Good morning, everyone. We're going to call this Wilson County Commissioners Court Monday, October 14th, 2024 meeting to order. Let the minutes reflect that we have a full court quorum. Before we begin, we're going to have our prayer by Pastor Betsy Cariaga. Is that correct, Pastor? From El Mesias United Methodist Church here in Floresville, and then we'll follow with our pledges. Pastor?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Councilman and Judge, for the opportunity to be with you all here. Let us pray. Oremos. Dear Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for this beautiful day you have granted us anew. We come before you to ask your blessings, Lord. We thank you and we bless you, Lord. We pray that everything we do here be pleasing unto you. May our comments and our discourse reflect, Lord, your love and grace. We ask that you bless each and every one of these representatives of the people. We pray that you bless their planning, their forethought. May you bless just everything that we do here. Lord, we pray all this in the name of the one who saved us and loved us first. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one, indivisible.
We're going to have a very lengthy agenda this session. Since we don't have any public comments openly, we do have one, and when we get to that agenda item, we'll allow that public comment. Certificates and Completions Award, agenda item number 4. This will be all for the same training completion for security and privacy. We have Rachel Gonzalez, Audrey Kalick, Christina Hartman, Joni Palacios. Certificate completion for cybersecurity awareness training goes to Thalia Hernandez, Vicky Kimball, Catherine Reeves, Nikki Myrick, Rebecca Upchurch, Heather Lindquist, Nikki Storr, Yvonne Torres, Sherry Mante, and I think that's it. We'll put those into the record. Agenda item number 5, we have our extension activity reports. Anybody from AgriLife here? Okay, commissioners, you have your reports in number 5.
I think they're doing an animal check-in or validation or something this morning, yeah.
Okay. All right. Agenda item number 6, we have Commissioner King, Precinct 2. We're going to bypass that 10 o'clock public hearing on County Road 204 east of Highway 181, Precinct 2, and County Road 106, Precinct number 1. We'll return back to agenda item 6. Agenda item number 7, we have Ms. Brenda Trevino, our county auditor, discuss and take action on approving installation of Christmas lights for courthouse, surrounding buildings, and tree wraps with expense to be split between Wilson County and the city of Floresville in the amount of $8,724.
Good morning. So last year you approved for the first time to light up the courthouse and the courthouse grounds. The total last year was $20,880, and that was split. This year we're getting an early reinstall discount, and so they quoted us the $17,448. Now that we paid for that last year, and I'm recommending that we your consideration of approval to paying for it this year. It's not out of any taxpayer money. That is money that comes to us from capital credits.
And so we've already received our capital credit funding for this year in the amount of a little over $20,000. So the amount being requested is to be split between the city of Floresville. I have confirmed with the assistant city manager that they are willing to split the cost as well, and it would be $8,724 each.
I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 7.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and put the Christmas lights around the courthouse and buildings and tree wraps for $8,724.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Martin. Do we have any other discussion on agenda item number 7? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 8, we have Dustin May, Floresville Chamber of Commerce, discuss and take action on requesting approval for the use of the courthouse square for Christmas festival and parade event on Saturday, November 30th, 2024. Mr. May, you have the floor. Good Lord.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, city officials. Thank you for allowing us time this morning. So what we're requesting at this time is the same as before on the C Street side, use of the lawn away from where the new decorations are placed for vendors to set up. We're also adding some food trucks that are going to be dispersed, so we're asking for use of that lawn again. We'd also like to request and add the parking lot on this side. The city is having a street dance, which is a little different this year. So we'd like to put a couple of vendors over there, some food trucks, and those types of things. We're also requesting possibly the use of 2 of the tower lights. Because there's going to be a lot of activity down towards Wilson County News, and it gets really dark down there. So for safety and security, we would like to put a light there as well as over in this parking lot, just to make sure that everybody stays safe and there's no trips or anything like that.
What streets are they shutting down for this dance?
I don't know for sure because the city is doing that part. We're just handling the vendors and the parade announcements. My understanding is that the stage is going to be set up in front of City Hall. So I don't remember at our meeting, but I want to say that portion over there is going to be closed.
Commissioners, any, let me go ahead and entertain a motion, then we'll discuss. I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 8.
I'll make a motion that we approve the use of the courthouse square for the Christmas festival and parade event on Saturday, November the 30th, 2024.
Will we need to amend that for the towers?
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, the
that's
towers
got-
are ours. If we need to use them, we can.
Okay. All right.
Well, but I guess you need to include this parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Parking lot's gotta be in your motion.
I'll amend the motion to include the parking lot and the light towers.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perdola, seconded by Commissioner King. Do we have any other discussion? I do. I just don't, which one of the towers are we going to use? I mean, I know we can, it's a safety issue. We need to use them. Which one are you?
My tower will be here.
Okay, so, okay. Got it.
So this is happening right after Thanksgiving. That's right. So
It's Thanksgiving weekend.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
that's the reason I was asking what streets are going to be shut down, because
I think, and I don't want to speak on behalf of the city because I don't know exactly their street closures, but I understand it would be like the block because it's a fairly small parade, and I think it's definitely not the parade route for the Peanut Festival. So I think it's just around the square is my understanding. It's only for a limited amount of time during that.
And if it follows the same route as last year, they lined up where Peanut lines up, but they went down C, 1 block further to the police station, and then they wrapped around this way and came back and exited in front of the courthouse.
Phelps,
Yeah.
where they're, I mean, in front of City Hall, where they're planning to do a little dance.
That's my understanding as well.
All right, Commissioners, we have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 8? Hearing none, I'm going to call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Agenda item number 9, we have discussion only on the governor's proclamation renewal for the 22-001 Texas statewide drought, November 2021. And it's already been read in the minutes. We'll just go ahead and, again, it's just for discussion. It just continued on from what the governor had first put out several years ago. Unless y'all want me to read the whole thing, and it's a long one.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
No, I'm just,
Oh, Commissioner, I'll do it.
no.
It is long,
we've
guys.
heard it-
We've heard it
100
several times. Okay. Thank you for letting me off the hook, sir. All right. Agenda item number 10. Well, first, let me ask, is there any discussion that y'all want to talk about on that, or are we good to go on that? Good? Okay. Agenda item number 10, discuss only on the governor's proclamation renewal of 21-0012 Border Security, 9/26/2024. Again, we have heard this before. I think I'll let Sheriff read it if he wants to. No, but anyways, that's part of that Operation Lone Star.
Just say ditto. We'll-
Yeah. You good with that, Sheriff? All right, sir. Agenda item number 11, discuss and take action on agreement to transfer electrical meter on courthouse lawn from FEDC to Wilson County.
Okay, we were approached by the Floresville Economic Development Corporation. The electrical meter that is on the courthouse lawn that faces Third Street, which is account number 30801-009, has been under the management and under the name of the FEDC. They are requesting that because it's on county property, that we take over ownership of that electrical meter. There is very little usage during the year for it. When the meter is turned on, or when it's mostly used, is in December during Christmas event, during the Peanut Festival, during July when we have our county 4th of July event for our employees. So they're just asking that we switch over the name from FEDC, or switch over the account from FEDC to Wilson County. And so they just sent an agreement for the judge to review, and Judge and I spoke about it, and we wanted to bring it to the court's attention before we go over to Phelps to get the name switched over. It is on our property, so I'm not even sure
Meter
why.
box is right behind us.
Yeah.
Right behind the building here by the AgriLife.
Do we know what the monthly usage or annual usage?
Average monthly usage is about $60 on regular months. During Peanut Festival, and this was probably 3 or 4 years ago, it was about $125 for that month, so it's nothing outrageous.
Why is it so high on a regular month?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if it's running, I would assume it's,
I don't know if it's connected to that light out there, but that light out there stays on all the time, the one right underneath the peanut.
yeah. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the one that's lighting up the peanut, it could be, that could be it. Because nobody else really
part of that
uses it,
line.
and the boxes remain locked, so you see all of the electrical boxes, they all remain locked. And so nobody can access the power without the keys. And currently FEDC has the keys, so we would retain ownership of the keys in the judge's office. And then unlock them so that we can access the power.
So it's not that the minimum is that high, it's probably that light is using.
It may be that light, that may just be a
Because if-
regular monthly, like, just to have the service. I'm not really sure.
the minimum is that high,
We
we
only
need to talk
saw
to
one copy of the bill, so, and that could have been in July. I don't really know. Yeah.
I would suggest, and when we take over, if we take over, that we would cut all the breakers off and find out where the power is going, because $60 on a a meter that's not being used is pretty high.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 11.
I'll make a motion that we transfer the electrical meter on the courthouse lawn from the FEDC to Wilson County.
Second.
Motion been made by Commissioner Paradola, seconded by Commissioner King. We have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 11?
Yeah, I think going forward, depending on the circumstances, if people want to use that electricity, then we need to figure out how to charge them for it.
Yeah, we can split the peanut festival and
Or,
Christmas.
you know, or whatever it is. I mean, it depends, I think it depends on the organization and what they're doing.
So for example, since you approved the Christmas for the Chamber of Commerce, they will be then utilizing that power on that November 30th. So I would have to know, I mean, you'd have to let them know if we're, I mean,
Well, I mean,
I'm
we
sure
need
it's
to-
very minimal, but I wouldn't know until we see the bill, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we just need to develop a policy, whatever that is. It's, you know, Christmas lights is one thing, because that's a community thing, that's a public interest. But if it's an organization that's raising money, then, you know, maybe we should be charging them. I think we just need to take a look at that, figure out what's the best way to administer it so that we don't have any more out-of-pocket expenses than we need to have.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just recommend that you keep, we keep it locked, and then if there's any organization that wants to access it, that they approach the court, and then that would be at the time to discuss.
Well, I guess when
Payment
you switch
options
the
or
account
whatever.
over to, you can get the past 2 or 3 years' bills so we can see.
Okay,
See how much we can get. I'm sure they can give you a spreadsheet or something.
okay,
That way we would know, because it'd probably be really easy to say, oh, okay, you're going to use it for the weekend. We'll charge them a $25 fee if they want to use electricity.
okay,
It's real simple.
okay.
I don't think it needs to be complicated,
I
but,
agree.
I mean, I think we need to recoup or recover our cost if we can,
Okay.
if that's appropriate.
Any other discussion, Commissioner? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 12. Again, we have Ms. Brenda Trevino, our county auditor, discuss and approve the 5th contract renewal of the service agreement for the statewide automated victim notification service, SAVINS, to extend to August 31st, 2025. Contract number 20222344900527-01.
Yes, Judge. So we have had this service agreement for the last 4 years. I'm going to read their contract renewal. Whereas the Office of the Attorney General is the Texas state agency tasked with certifying a statewide vendor to provide a statewide automated victim notification service, SAVINS, to a variety of political subdivisions of the state of Texas, including counties, county sheriffs, clerks, and attorneys, district attorneys, and courts, any participating entities. Whereas OAG certified and contracted with Appriss Insights LLC, the vendor, as the statewide vendor to provide SAVINS to each of the participating entities. Whereas Wilson County, as a participating entity and vendor, executed a participating services agreement identified as contract number as read by the county judge, under which vendor would provide SAVINS to Wilson County. Whereas Section 1 of the contract had permitted Wilson County to, in its sole and absolute discretion, renew the contract to the extent of the OAG certification agreement remains in effect. And whereas the Office of Attorney General amended the OAG certification agreement, extending the term thereof to August 31st, 2025. Now, therefore, this 5th contract renewal is exercised by Wilson County as follows. The contract terminated on August 31st, 2023, and was renewed August 31st, 2024. The contract is hereby renewed with this 5th contract renewal term to begin September 1, 2024, and end August 31st, 2025, at a cost of $18,571.30 for services during the 5th renewal term. And we do have a grant that pays for that as well.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 12.
I'll make a motion to approve the fifth contract renewal for the service agreement for the statewide automated victim notification service, extended until August 31st, 2025, contract number 20222344900-527-01.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. We have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 12? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 13. We have Ms. Trevino again, discuss and take action on resolution for OOG Grant 3015409, Violence Against Women Act, VAWA.
So this also is another renewal grant that we have that covers our Victim Services Coordinator, and it's the Violent Crimes Against Women's Restorative Justice Act, and its acronym is VAWA. Whereas the Wilson County Commissioners Court finds it is in the best interest of the citizens of Wilson County that the Violent Crimes Against Women Restorative Justice Team be operated for 2024-25. Whereas the Wilson County Commissioners Court agrees to provide applicable matching funds for the said project as required by the Violence Against Women Act grant program. And whereas the Wilson County Commissioners Court agrees that in the event of loss or misuse of the Office of Governor funds, assures that the funds will be returned to the Office of the Governor in full. And whereas the Wilson County Commissioners Court designates Brenda Trevino, the county auditor, as their authorized official to apply for, accept, alter, or terminate the grant on behalf of the applicant agency. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Wilson County Commissioners Court approves submission of the grant application for the Violent Crimes Against Women Restorative Justice Team to the Office of the Governor of Texas Criminal Justice Division, passed and approved by Commissioners Court of Wilson County in Texas, in Floresville, Texas, on this 14th day of October, 2024.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 13.
Make a motion that we accept the resolution for grant number 3015409, Violence Against Women Act.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Martin. We have any other discussion on agenda item number 13? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. Let me give you this one back. Agenda item number 14, discuss and take action to approve allowing Texas State Representative Ryan Guillen's designee to use the empty office adjoining with the Archives building to visit with constituents once a week. We have somebody sign up for public comment? We have one person signed up for public comment. That's Ms. Hopkins.
Good morning, and thank you for letting me speak with you today. My name is Neela Hopkins, and I'm a resident of Wilson County. Today, I'm here representing the Wilson County Historical Society. Carol Chitty, our president, was unable to be here. We were made aware that our state representative for our district, Ryan Guillen, is in search of an office in Floresville. We also realize the Archives building where we hold our monthly meetings, again, we're going to do this, is owned by, Wilson County. I am here to tell you the Board of Directors of the Wilson County Historical Society is in favor of Representative Guillen having office space on our side of the building. I think we're all aware that there are other groups that meet in the big room, and I feel that this would be easily coordinated. We understand Mr. Guillen has done so much for our community, and for example, helping secure funds to be able to build new facilities, and additionally, funds for our Wilson County law enforcement. We hope you'll agree this would be a positive move for our community, and again, I thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 14.
I'll make a motion that we allow Texas State Representative Ryan Guillen's designee to use the empty office adjoined with the Archives building to visit with constituents once a week. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Peridola, seconded by Commissioner Martin. Do we have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 14? Hearing none, I'm going to call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 15, we have Ms. Leanne Brooks, Floresville North Elementary Choir Director, discussion only on inquiry about possibly bringing the choir downtown during the Christmas season for a performance. The plan is to invite choir parents and families to gather while the choir performs on the lawn near the courthouse, surrounded by the beautiful lights and decorations, starting between 6 and 6:30 p.m. on December 9th, 10th, or 11th, or the week of the December 16th through the 19th. Ms. Brooks?
Good morning. How are y'all? Yes, my name is Miss Leanne Brooks. I am the choir director at Floresville North. We have, in previous years, always gone into San Antonio to perform for our Christmas performance. We like to keep it low-key and not be a part of the parade or any of those festivities that happen on the Saturday of November for downtown Floresville. We would like to just set up our choir. We have 20 girls who are in choir this year, and just use the ambiance of the facilities here at the courthouse and just perform for our parents.
Commissioner, it says discussion only. I don't think we need to vote on anything like that, but that's fine.
Okay, we just needed to, we've never done it, and so we weren't sure how it would work or who we needed to talk to about the dates and everything like that, so.
Well, I mean,
Probably
I
have to vote on
think
it.
we need to vote on it, and I think we need to have dates just so that, yeah, I mean, I don't want you to show up on whatever day and somebody's already come to us and got approval to use it. So I think you need to decide on some dates.
You have a date?
Any of those dates will work for us. I just don't know what works for the courthouse.
Which one will you prefer?
Well, right now, any of them will work for us, I think.
Okay, fine.
You just need to pick one and tell us what day you
And
want.
that's the
But, let's see, was this, we didn't do it.
Then we can put it back on,
Yes, sir. It's just one day. It's one evening. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so we'll have to get back on the agenda because this is not an action item.
Right.
So
Okay.
pick your date, get it to us, and
Okay, so any of those dates should possibly work.
Well, just cut it down on your agenda. You don't need all, just say, I want that date. you know.
Got it.
Okay.
I appreciate
Good,
it.
all right.
Thank y'all.
Agenda item number 16, we have Mr. Anthony Delgado from the Historical Commission discuss and take action on requesting the court to reissue the DAR 250 Patriot Marker authorization. The DAR requires the authorization form to be current within 1 year of the marker application. Mr. Delgado.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners, staff. Last year, you might remember, you were kind enough to approve authorization to erect a Daughters of the American Revolution 250 Patriot marker. While that had happened, we then began working the initiative to secure funding so that we could apply for the marker. Now that we've secured funding, now that we're ready to apply, the DAR says, oh, wait. The authorization letter has to be within a year. So we're coming back to you to ask for you to reauthorize the erection of the DAR 250 marker in front of the courthouse. and you should have the new agreement there for your signature, assuming you approve.
Okay. All right, Commissioners, will entertain a motion for agenda item number 16.
I'll make a motion to reauthorize the issuance of the DAR 250 Patriot marker authorization.
Motion made by Commissioner Morton, seconded by Commissioner King. Is there any discussion regarding agenda item number 16? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. Thank you, sir. And we move to agenda item number 17. We have Commissioner King to discuss and take action on outside counsel for subdivision regulations.
So, the reason I'm bringing this up is we continue having a lot of things going on within this county. Our biggest thing is we need to have some outside advice. So we have reached out to outside counsel and talked to them about some of our subdivision regulations because we want to make sure that we're at the Texas standard and not anything else. So I am asking that we can go out for outside counsel. They can advise us with all of our subdivision regulations on top of what's right and wrong. There's way too much wiggle room, way too much gray in the regulations we have right now, and we need to tighten them up.
Are you recommending that we go with Allison Bass?
It could be Allison Bascom McGee, it could be just outside counsel, because we don't know.
Well,
I'm not trying to narrow it down to one because we could possibly use any counsel at that point that set up with.
yeah, I mean, I think our immediate need is we need help with the challenging subdivision that we all, HK Bellas or whatever you want to call it. I believe that our county attorney is conflicted out in his office for various reasons. Primarily the fact that they want to sell it to an ESD. The only ESD that I know that would be eligible to purchase it is ESD 5, because 4's, they've already got the station they're working on. It's not in 1, 2, or 3's area, so that creates a conflict right there. And I think we need to have somebody, Mr. McGee and Mr. Bass, I think are excellent counsel. If you want to do an RFQ or something to see who other attorneys are, I don't have a problem with that. But I think we need to have somebody now that can help us get through the issue that we have at hand, which is, we still haven't gotten the question answered from last court. Where are we in this process? Have they followed the process exactly? What should we be doing or telling them? I think there's a sense of urgency to that, because I think there's potential for adversarial conflict there, which we have nobody that can help us.
And we will be addressing that here as well, but we have reached out to Mr. Bass. Mr. Bass has actually sent the judge.
I just got it, I've read it this morning, so we did get it from
do
Mr.
have
Bass, Mr. McGee, and I think they would be a great choice.
So,
Since it's a professional service, I don't believe we need to go out for it.
No, we don't have to.
so
And for the public, the names of the lawyers that we're talking about, they serve as counsel for the Texas Administration of Counties. And so the reason that we're familiar with them is because they're continually giving guidance to counties to be able to take and adhere to the law.
they do with all 254.
They show up at all of our conferences.
They're at all the conferences, that's why we're
Seminars and
familiar.
whatever that TAC puts on for us.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion for agenda item number 17, and with being specific with McGee, Bass, and Allison.
Allison Bass and McGee.
Allison Bass and McGee, okay.
I'll make a motion for outside counsel for subdivision regulations utilizing Allison Bass and McGee.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Martin. Is there any other discussion on agenda item number 17? Hear none, I call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 18, we have Ms. Luz Sorato, our Permitting Development Director. We'll go to 18A. International Fire Code 2021 Fee Schedule Revised, Review, and Approve.
Good morning. You should have gotten this in your packet of information. We are revising the fees for our fire inspections. I have Chief Thompson here to speak on its behalf, if you have any questions on how we came up with these fee prices. I also have the previous one if you'd like to compare the prices on it.
Chief Thompson, do you have anything you wanted to say?
Good morning. I'm just here to answer any questions, but basically, we kind of copy and pasted some stuff that we had from Guadalupe County because they were very successful with what they were doing. So that's where we got our original numbers, but after we started looking at them, they also have the ICC code evaluations built in there, which was jacking the price way up on the fees. I also want to say we haven't collected a single fee, or the county hasn't done a single new commercial building inspection yet, so no fees have ever been applied. But this is a reduction in fees of about 25% on the overall package of a building. And it also kind of simplifies it for the permitting office as they get ramped up. Kind of just consolidated a lot into just one fee. So when someone comes, they don't have to determine how many inspections are going to be needed. It's just kind of one price based on the valuation of the property. And then they can submit that, and then we'll determine, based on what the plan they submit, is what inspections will be required, undergrounds or fire sprinklers or exits or whatever it be. So it just makes it a lot simpler for permitting to kind of get started with this.
Chief, can you explain that impact fee so everybody understands it?
So the impact fee in there specifically relates to if there is something that is built within the county that requires specific training on, be it like some sort of specific hazardous material that's kind of outside the box, it's not a normal. It also would, any training or any specialized equipment, metering device or something like that. I think your question is kind of relating to what an impact fee can be.
Can be, yes, sir.
And so in that specifically, that's what it's for. It's for actual cost to do a training or buy a piece of equipment that we don't already have related to a specific piece of property. But that impact fee is pretty common across the board for cities and counties for anything. You know, if a developer comes in and they're going to impact your roads, you can do, now that wouldn't cover it, but you could adopt an impact fee, I guess was the question.
So would that cover, like, if this battery outfit, just put something on 541 there, if they came in, would it cover something related to that? Because we don't have one right now? Or-
So in the fire code, it would cover anything that, if that battery facility needs, we have to send our inspector to a specific class. It would cover the cost of the training to send him or her to a specific class. It would cover the cost of any special metering device or measuring device or whatever we may need, so we can do the proper inspection for that building.
To support your inspection?
I think what Commissioner King is talking about is maybe road impact fees, things like that, because you're going to have to do quite a bit of road upgrades to get that facility in there. But I think that would be, you may consider that outside of the fire code fees.
So if we have a large project coming in, batteries, solars, coming down of our county roads, they're coming down with heavy equipment. Our roads are not built for heavy equipment. I can attest to that. Go look at all my roads. But that's where we can utilize that impact fee to make sure our road gets put back and it's not on the taxpayer's dollar. You know what I mean? So pretty important that we think of it as things start coming into this county.
Any other questions with Chief Thompson?
If I heard you right, the impact fee is not just for fire inspections, it's also for the county to be able to utilize for assessing damages to our road system?
That's the way I understand it.
So that fee in there, this is your fee schedule, so you can write whatever you want in there. That's why we're bringing it as a proposal. But the reason we put the impact fee in there is to make sure we're covered if something out of the ordinary comes in, some crazy hazardous material storage, and we need to do training or monitoring. But if you guys want to take it a step further, that's court's decision.
Well, I think that's something our new outside counsel might be able to help us address.
Right.
It will be something we will address in the
We can
subdivision
adopt
regs.
this and with the understanding that this just covers fire code stuff, and if we can modify it or amend it to cover other damage,
We do have,
yeah.
but yes.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on 18A.
I'll make a motion for 18A, International Fire Code 2021 fee schedule revised. Updated.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Martin. Do we have any other discussion on 18A? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes.
Guess I need to
Move to agenda item number B1, temporary water line permit 90 Tetra Technologies Precinct 2, County Road 206.
Now, these temporary water permits are just for disclosure, just for information. They've already been revised and approved, but this is just for information for the public and the court.
Okay, would that be for 2 and 3 as well, permit?
Yes, sir.
So that's information only, that's already been approved?
Information only, yes.
All right, so let me call them out just for the court. Number 18-2 permit, 91 Trinity Operating Precinct 2, County Road 242 and 240. Number 3, permit 92 Tetra Technologies Precinct 2 dash County Road 230. So that's already been approved then?
Yes.
Number 90, Tetra Technologies for County Road 206 as well.
Where you have that, I'm sorry. Yeah, on 206 on the permit,
Yes.
90, okay. Move to agenda item 18C, utility permit, permit 1773, revised, Sutherland Spring Water District Precinct 3, County Road 343.
Now, this came before the court in August. It was supposed to be a bore from SS Water to get a meter out there. I just did speak to Mr. Cervantes from SS Water, who said that it was practically impossible to bore through the road, so they were going to have to do trench. I contacted Commissioner Perdola, who asked them to do a saw cut on the road. Mr. Phoebus is here from SS Water if anybody has any questions, but this had already been approved in August. This is just a change from bore to trench.
Are you requiring approval for that, or just?
Yes, these are all review and approve.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on 18C1.
I'll make a motion that we approve the trenching across County Road 342. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perdola, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. We have any other discussion on 18,
Apologize, is it 342 or 343?
343,
343.
on 18C1? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes. 18C2, permit 776, Manhard Consulting, Picosa, WSC, Precinct 1, County Road 124.
Yes, this permit 776 is on behalf of Manhart, on behalf of Picosa Water to get water services to the Green Acres subdivision off of County Road 124. And this was sent to Commissioner Martin to revise as well.
So do we ever get straightened out what happened?
I think this is the solution right here. This is the solution. They've
Well, I know
got
it's a solution, but what happened the first time around? Do we know what?
I've gotten different stories. I know there was miscommunication. Someone signed on the plat that wasn't supposed to sign on the plat, but then they wouldn't honor the service that they had promised. So just a lot of back and forth. I know legal's involved, but I believe this is what they've come down to.
Yeah. It seems like a reasonable solution.
Mm-hmm.
We should never got to this point. I mean,
No.
because I mean, it's not our problem. I mean, the water supply company messed up.
Yeah, so it's kind of prompted us to look into vetting any signatories on any plats or any contracts that come through our office, you know, just so that we don't have this situation happen again.
Yeah, so for some reason, COSA thought they had all their approvals internally, and someone was authorized to sign the plat to give them water. And then out of the blue, we got a letter from the attorney for the organization saying that individual wasn't authorized to sign.
Yeah.
And like I said, it wasn't our fault. It's not anything. I mean, we don't vet who signs for Phelps or Picosa or McCoy's or SS or any of them. So we always just assume
That the person that is
the person
supposed,
that's
looking
signing
at
it
it is the person
authorized
that,
to sign it
yes.
by their agency. So, but anyway, this resolves that issue so that subdivision.
I will be following up with asking all the companies to send me a list of their authorized signatories because of this matter.
Tell them if they have any changes to notify us and make it an annual process.
Absolutely.
I'll make a motion to approve permit 776 for Manhart Consulting for coastal water supply on County Road 124.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King regarding 18C2. Any other discussion?
And pass this to you.
Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to 18C3, permit 777 Three Oaks, Precinct 2, County Road 245.
2, 3, 4, and 6.
All on the same one? Yeah.
They're all in the same
Okay,
precinct.
so we're going to skip over 5, go 3, 4, and 6. Permit 778 Three Oaks, Precinct 2, County Road 213. Permit 780 Sutherland Springs, Precinct 2, County Road 239.
329.
329, I stand
yes.
corrected, sorry.
I've been to all these locations, and I'm good with Three Oaks, going on County Road 245 and County Road 213, as well as SS on County Road 329. So I make a motion to approve permit 777 with Three Oaks, County Road 245, permit 778 for Three Oaks and County Road 213, and permit 780 for SS Water on County Road 329.
We have them? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear from over here? Okay, I didn't, I thought it was him. Sorry. Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Aiken regarding agenda item 18, 3, 4, and 6. Do we have any other discussion? Hear none, I'm going to call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to 18C5, permit 779, Southern Springs, Precinct 3, County Road 342.
Yes, and again, a representative from SS Water is here if you have any questions. And this was given to Commissioner Perdola to review. This will be a bore going in on County Road 342.
I'll make a motion that we approve permit number 779 on County Road 342 for SS Water Supply. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Paradola, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. We have any other discussion on 18C6? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to agenda item number 18D, naming of private lane in Precinct 3, Ruby Lane. Review and approve.
Yes, I need to make a correction on that. It is Ruby Pearl Lane.
Pearl?
Yes, Ruby Pearl Lane. Now, this property was bought by family members, and it has an easement that goes down the property that splits up into all the family members' properties. Our addressing can only address up to 3 people off a road, so anything that comes in private, I mean, from an easement like this would have to be designated as a private road. I did have them do a private road agreement, and I do have the deed for that property with meets and bounds to it.
Where's that lane located?
It's off of County Road 326. Do you have the map to see the location? I have this here. If you-
I'll make a motion that we approve the private lane of
Ruby Pearl Lane.
Ruby Pearl Lane.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Paradola, seconded by Commissioner Martin. Any other discussion regarding 18D? Hear none, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. 18E, non-standard plats variances, 1 Long Creek Drive, 231 Precinct 1, Edward Uribe Jr., discuss and take action.
Now, this variance was reviewed through the Wilson County Development Review Committee and was given a favorable recommendation. This was the property owners who purchased the property with an existing home on it, and it fell into the setbacks of the property. They, I believe, are trying to sell their property now, and they needed approval from the court stating that, I guess it was okay that they went into the setbacks or the easements. They did get letters from the utility companies releasing the easement for them.
I'll entertain a motion for 18E. 1.
Yeah, I mean, let me make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve variance for 231 Long Creek.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Paradola. Any other discussion on 18E1? Go ahead, sir.
So this is starting to become more and more a problem. I don't like granting a variance because somebody screwed up and they did something they weren't supposed to do. I think this is another item we need to look at, how we can enforce.
This is going to become more of a problem, especially with the whole Lake Travis subdivision. I know at one point, all the meets and bounds to that plat were confusing and changed so many times to where people just picked the middle of the lot and built there. And then you come across situations like this where you actually see where the utility easements fall and you see that the house was built completely.
Because they built from property line to property line.
Yeah.
So,
And these are all situations that have happened in the past and we're dealing with now.
How much into the easement are they? I'm looking at the map.
all of it, I think, or close to all of it.
This one is only, I believe, a couple feet, and like I said, the property owners purchased it this way. They weren't aware of this situation until they tried to go sell their home. Yeah, this just falls about 2 feet into the utility easement.
Any other discussions on 18E1? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to 18F, subdivision part, Cardenas Ranch 1, discuss and take action on acceptance of dedication and conveyance of roads.
Now, this subdivision did have a final inspection by Commissioner Martin, who went out there and looked at the roads and gave it its approval. It's technically a year behind, so we're just waiting on the conveyance over to the county for the roads.
But that is what's attached in here, right?
Yes, the conveyance of the roads
You're
over
just
to.
saying that they're, yeah, they're.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't, yeah, they just, I don't know why they waited so long, but they're not, well, they're not real sophisticated developers, so. I'll make a motion to accept the dedication and conveyance of road in the Cardenas Ranch subdivision.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. Any other discussion on 18F1? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, no. Ayes have it, motion passes. We're going to recess right now because in 4 minutes, we're going to go into a hearing. So we'll recess from regular session and reconvene as soon as we get through with agenda item number 6 at 10 o'clock.